Mom seems to be the word in Dallas right now. What are they going to do with Dak? He's approaching the final year of his contract that he's currently in, and he's set to be an unrestricted free agent after 2024. What to you should Dallas do, and what is Dak's net his worth right now in the NFL, surrounded by all the talented quarterbacks that we have now versus when he got his original contract, 5 years ago?
This kind of goes back to the Tua situation we were talking about. It's like, okay, if we move on from Dak, where are we going?
Right.
I don't like saying, oh, yeah, we're going to move on from this quarterback and not have a plan. The grass is always greener on the other side. Well, actually, most of the time it's not. It's brown and it hasn't been mowed in a while. Dak is, he has his limitations. He has not been good in the playoffs. Like, that's just a fact. But let's not act like that Green Bay game was all Dak Prescott. I mean, Jordan Love put up 40 points on this amazing Dallas defense before they knew what hit them. Like, Dak did not play good in that game. But remember, CeeDee Lamb was terrible. He dropped multiple balls, ran some wrong routes, and then him and Dak got off, and the defense couldn't stop Green Bay. The defense was supposed to be the soul of the team. And then Dak was playing off his back foot all game. We've seen him be not great in the playoffs. We've seen him be great in the regular season. That's what makes this past season so difficult. He had probably his best season to date as far as the regular season goes, and then maybe his worst playoff performance to date. It's the up and down of Dak Prescott. But I don't know what your other option is. It's not like these quarterbacks are growing on trees. You talked about him saying in March that he was confident they would get a deal done. Well, amazing what can happen in a month, because just the other day they asked him about it and he gave, an honest but kind of canned response. He said, Dallas is where I'm at right now. The gist of it was, I'm with Dallas this year. We'll see what happens after this year.
Do you read into that at all, or do you think that's just his honest take? Like, do you really think that he is just living in the moment right now, or do you think there's more to that we just aren't getting the full story right now?
I think he's being honest because I think he knows if he doesn't sign with Dallas, someone's going to sign him. Someone's going to sign Dak. If he was an unrestricted free agent, oh my God, I mean, there'd be a bidding war on him.
So is the slow pace, the slow movement of Dallas and Dak right now, is it because they are already so sure that Dak's going to stay that they're not really giving it any attention? Or do you really think that they're negotiating, contemplating what they're going to do with that? Do you think they are really behind closed doors? Are they scratching their head?
Yes, I think Jerry Jones, whoever's making the decision, probably Jerry Jones.
You've never been to a Dak or to a Cowboys meeting? It's just Jerry Jones in his own office.
Right. He's just got cardboard cutouts of himself. All right, fellas.
He picks up his office phone, calls his cell phone, and has a conversation.
Like, somebody fix this echo. I think Dallas is having serious considerations on if they want to move forward with Dak. I think they're honestly debating on if they want to give him another contract or not. Because Dak said they haven't even had any negotiations. I believe Dak. He wasn't saying it in a mean way. He was just being honest. I like Dak Prescott. Most people do as a person. He's a nice guy. He seems genuine, honest. I think they haven't had any negotiations.
They haven't. There's no way.
This is why they're in a pickle this season. Remember, Jerry Jones said, we're going to go all in this year. And then they didn't do anything in free agency. And everybody's like, I thought they were going all in. Well, you can't go all in when your quarterback's a $55 million cap hit. What's happened basically is in the other years of his deal, they pulled from the back end. So instead of giving him 50 a year, they were like, oh, let's push this 5 to the last year. And they were supposed to renegotiate before they got to this point, but now they're here and they haven't renegotiated. So you got a $55 million cap hit. And because of that cap hit, you can't go add a bunch of guys.
You talk about it all the time. It's the kick the can down the road mentality.
Yes.
And it's monopoly money, and it just doesn't matter. It's laughable at this point, right?
Oh, well, it matters because that 55 is on the books,
but it doesn't.
You can't allocate it somewhere else.
Well, talking about people living in the now, Dallas was doing that in 2021 when they offered Dallas or Dak a contract of $160 million for 4 years. So let me ask you this. Say the negotiations start, Dak winds up getting a contract. When that contract news comes out, we look at what he got in 2021. Where does he fall in 2025 with this new contract? What would you expect to see with his age, with his talent, with the Cowboys where they are? What do you offer Dak?
There's being realistic, and there's what you want, and then there's what you would have to do. I think Dak is going to demand $45, $50 million a year. And it's hard to pull the trigger on that, man. It is. But I just, it's easy to think things can be okay when you have a quarterback, but when you don't, I mean, look how quickly your team becomes irrelevant without a quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is the 7th highest paid quarterback in the league. That's crazy. You know what I mean? He should be the highest paid, but this quarterback salary inflation just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. Everybody wants more than the next guy. You can't give Dak $55 million a year. It's like, I'm going to pay you Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert money. It's almost a principle thing at that point. If I'm running the Cowboys, then I say, it's kind of like what I said to Tua. I got to draw the line somewhere. Like Kyler Murray makes 46, Jalen Hurts makes 51. I'll be like, Jalen Hurts went to a Super Bowl, buddy. Be like, I'll give you 45. I'll give you Kirk Cousins, Patrick Mahomes. I don't even know if I would feel good about that, but for the sake of argument. But I wouldn't give you a penny more.